No man ever became great by paying for sex. No man ever became a good leader by just paying for sex. In fact, these things of paying women for sex has turned so many leaders into fools, so many warriors into weakling. God created sex to be a covenant and not a thing to be bought. So in this video, actually, I'm going to highlight and share with you 5 reasons why men must not be paying women for sex. Number 1, sex is a mutual and not a favor. Both parties enjoys it. In fact, women, when a man is doing it right, when a man is doing it great in a right way, a woman screams louder more than a man. That shows that a woman enjoys it better than a man. So in this situation, it kills masculinity of a man buying sex from a woman. But instead, high value men just find a one woman, marry her, sit her down, then they keep enjoying it, they keep doing it on the right way. Because God created it to be a covenant and not a thing just to be bought. The second reason is men loses more than women. Once a man you start paying for sex to a woman who has slept with so many numerous men, sex is not just sex. Sex, it's spiritual. Most men sell their destinies, their bright destinies, in just 5 minutes time of pleasure, which is very pity. You can lose your health, you can lose your spiritual life of portals just because you have slept with this woman who has slept with so many numerous men. You can lose the direction of your destiny just because you are entangling with various women who have so many body counters. In that way, you lose your spiritual life. Okay? Your physical mentality, that will become broken. Men, most of the times, who buy sex for pleasure from these women, most of the time you come to find out that they can't settle for marriage. They can't be the good leaders because they have gotten this kind of addiction whereby each and every time they just want just to be paying women just for sex. And that way, they become addictive in a certain way that they can't keep a woman home. Because they have developed this kind of addiction, they just want just to be sleeping around with numerous women who have been sleeping with different kind of men. At the end of the day, that demon, that spirit in them keeps tormenting them because that kind of age for sex would be endless. Men must stop paying for sex because it renders them useless and poor. The truth of money is this: money is spirit. And once you work for it, you sweat for it, and you're spending it on useless things, on pathetic things, that is actually not bringing positive development to your life. You're not investing properly. You're not using that money properly accordingly to the way you're actually supposed to use it. It will render you useless and poor. At the end of the day, those women that you're actually sleeping with, they have been sleeping around with so many men before you. They have been sleeping around with so many ritualists before you. They have been sleeping around with so many men who have kind of different thoughts or intention before they were slept with. You sleeping with that kind of a woman, you are creating a bond. Okay? You are creating a bond of covenant from the things that woman was left inside her. And most of the times, women become the mere portals of keeping different kind of spiritual energies, more especially if they have been sleeping around. They have they might have been keeping spirit of delay, the spirit of tormenting, the spirit of stagnation. A lot of negative spiritual energies might be kept in these women. They became like vessel porters. You've been the man who has been working so much, who has been not been realizing that no, you need to use that money wisely. You sleep with that woman, then it will render you useless and you become very poor, stuck at one place without realizing that sex is spiritual. It's very important. You just one person, one woman, one principled woman who fears the Lord, so that you be kept and be able just to settle down with this kind of a woman and you build your life together. Men must stop paying for sex because it destroys their relationship and marriages. You can't keep a marriage while you are sleeping around with different women. Men, they become so addictive in a certain situation whereby that woman at home, that woman that you have married, you start seeing her to be very pathetic and useless because you have developed this addiction in you whereby she won't be enough. You just want to be sleeping each and every day with different kind of woman, and those women that you are actually sleeping with, they are possessed. They have been sleeping around with other men before you slept with them, and they have left, and those men, they have left some negative energies inside those women. And you coming into her, sleeping with her, that means you are going to tap in that energy, okay, in that spiritual vibration which was left in that woman. At the end of the day, you start seeing yourself stuck at one place, not progressing. No, all those spiritual ornaments will start following you because you have failed to take the right step. You have failed to take the precautions of just sitting down with one woman and build your life positively and chase your goals and ambition. Men must stop paying for sex because sex was approved only in marriages and not the other way around. The other way around, it mostly brings confusion. It destroys your destiny. It destroys the light that you have in this life, that you need to do some certain things. It destroys your purpose. Okay? It makes warriors to be weakling. It makes leaders to be fools. God never created sex to be bought, but God created sex so that it will be a covenant between the people. And that way, the blessing will definitely be upon those people. If you find this video very helpful, consider subscribing to the channel. My name is Godwin. I mostly make videos about relationship and marriage. If this video found very resonating and helpful to you, consider subscribing to the channel. Let me know what you think about this video. Share this video so that YouTube might help this video and channel to grow. Stay blessed and stay tuned.